I am truly grateful for that one failure in my life. Without it, I doubt I would have achieved the honor and success I enjoy today. After graduating from university with a degree in broadcasting and TV journalism, I was brimming with dreams about my future. I imagined myself traveling the country with a camera on my back, filming in places like Tibet, Xinjiang, and Yunnan. The mere thought of it filled me with joy. I was thrilled when I landed a job as a cameraman at a television station. However, my excitement soon waned as I realized that my boss was hesitant to trust me with significant tasks. Most of the time, I shadowed an experienced cameraman named Lee, occasionally allowed to shoot some insignificant footage that usually ended up on the cutting room floor. I learned that Lee had been a driver for the station before becoming a cameraman. Watching him operate the camera as if he were steering a car seemed tedious to me. I often called my parents, expressing my desire to leave the station. Their response was always the same old advice: listen to your leaders, learn from your senior colleagues, and be patient. Eventually, I stopped sharing my frustrations with them. Instead, I reached out to friends working at other television stations, hoping they could help me find a new job. I carried an air of indifference, ready to leave at any moment. One day, a renowned scholar came to our city to give a lecture at a prestigious university. He was someone I deeply admired but known for his reluctance to engage with the media. Despite this, Lee was determined to get an interview with him. On the day of the lecture, we waited outside the auditorium, hoping for a chance to speak with him. As we waited, Lee began to suffer from severe stomach pain. I urged him to go home, noting that no other media outlet had managed to secure an interview. However, Lee's persistence paid off. The scholar, moved by Lee's determination, invited us to his hotel room for an interview. Lee managed to shoot a few scenes but was soon in too much pain to continue. He handed me the camera, saying, "Xiao Cheng, it's all up to you now. Don't be nervous." He set up the camera on the back of a chair to steady my shot, demonstrating his dedication and professionalism. Despite my amusement at his lack of faith in a university graduate like myself, I was touched by his commitment. Lee and the scholar chatted comfortably, and the scholar even allowed us to accompany him to the airport, where we captured exclusive footage of his departure. Excited, I rushed back to the station to report our success. However, when I played back the footage, my heart sank. The scholar's face appeared unnaturally red, a result of my forgetting to adjust the white balance. Worse, I had cut off the top quarter of his head in several shots, leaving only half of his forehead visible. I broke into a cold sweat as Lee and the station leaders looked on in shock. Lee took the blame, insisting it was his fault for not giving me clearer instructions. I stood there, mortified and repeatedly apologizing. Fortunately, Lee's earlier footage and his expert editing skills salvaged the piece, although much of the scholar's insightful commentary was lost. Later, when a classmate in Beijing secured a job offer for me at another television station, I declined without hesitation. I devoted myself to learning from Lee, mastering various filming techniques. Today, I am the station's chief cameraman and have had the opportunity to film in Tibet, Xinjiang, and Yunnan. Life feels wonderful. Whenever I receive accolades from my superiors, I can't help but think back to that embarrassing failure. Honestly, I am grateful for it. Without that experience, I wouldn't be where I am today.